Hi, everyone. I just want you to know that it's my birthday. Yeah, and it's it's really my birthday today. It's Dalin. So I guess I'll have to start with a bracha. So what's my bracha? I wanna give you a bracha that that we should really understand and know how precious our relationship with Hashem is, and that when we really tune into it, then we actually understand that we're really not alone. Okay, so basically, I always thought my parsha was Chaya Sarah, and then I'm like, wait, I'm in Toldot now. So, like, is it Chaya Sarah or is it Toldot?
Oh, yes, chess.
I have to figure. I don't know. Maybe I was born on Shabbos, so I wasn't born on Shabbos now. But no, I think it is Chaya Sarah. But I learned a lot about Chaya Sarah like all these years. But I wanted to tell you also that I have a siyum that I finished this past year in Pei Dalin, and the siyum is that I went to shul every single week on Shabbos. I didn't miss one Shabbos, and I listened to the Torah, from the parsha in the Torah. So I feel like it's like, wow, and it took 3 years for me to do it, because I tried 2 years before, and I always missed one, so I wasn't even able to go to shul 1 week, and then 1 week of course I got sick. But the fact that this past year I wasn't sick 1 week of Shabbos, and then I went to shul. Even if it wasn't the shul I wanted to go to, I made sure I went to a shul and listened to the Torah. And I find that like what can we learn from this? So we could learn that you shouldn't give up. They're like, and what is our people? What's our nation all about? That we're a nation that survives. And I feel like from my own experience, my own life. So what did I do also? I learned, I didn't just go through the parsha through the Torah. I also learned it every week. I would go through the Gutnik edition. It's the one on it has sparks of Hasidus from the Rebbe. It's called the Gutnik edition. Gutnik, yeah, with a G. It's a Chabad sefer, and it was really insightful. You could just learn any little tiny Hasidic thought by just reading these little things that are on the sides. So and there are so many insights that I learned, and the main thing, of course, that the Rebbe focused on was that to be a shlichus, that just because of Avram, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, they went out. We have to learn from them that everything had to do with the Beit Medrash or doing shlichus. So it's very interesting how it makes sense, right? And then the other sefer that I would learn from is the Zera Shimshon. So on the parsha, so the Zera Shimshon is Rabbi Chaim Shimshon Chaim Nachmani. So this is on Eshes Chayil. So I'm trying to read this every day. I'm not every day, but finish it. So he promised that if you learn his sefer, the Zera Shimshon, which means the seed of Shimshon, then you will become like a seed of his, because his son passed away and he had no children to go through. And so anyone who would learn his sefer would be his child. And so what does he do for his child? He'll make sure that you have parnasa, ashida, health, and children all around your table. And I'll tell you, even though I have brachas a schus of my daughter's getting married next week. It's mamish in a week, and I really feel in his schus my daughter is engaged, and that my family are healthy and healing, and it's really a miracle of the experience that we went through, and how we're still I'm still standing, and I'm not just trying to survive. I'm also trying to thrive. And okay, thanks. I'm good, right? What? Yeah, my daughter's getting married next week. No,
So
I
what
said,
did you say?
no, I said my kids are thriving. They're all like, they love learning Torah. They're all in, they're all like really healthy and have no mental problems that I know of. So is that Hashem, like normal teenage things? So and so the point of like what I like basically what I went through, I just feel like that we could all learn from, and then I learned this concept from the Chaisar, like what do we need? We need to know that we have a Shem. Three things that we have to live by: that we have a Shem, that we have hope, and that we have a team. And I just want to thank every one of you for being there for me during all these years. And there's everyone knows who you are. Like there's always someone in this community, and like that whoever knows me, like I always take something from somebody. And if even if it's just a word or like something, or just giving donations for like my my single mothers organization that I started, and or just helping me with my own chasana. So I just want to thank you guys. Like I see that without Hashem, without hope, and without a team, nobody can do anything. Like, and we see that Klal Yisrael as a nation, we're such an amazing team to be part of, and we're so blessed that like anywhere in the world we could go to a home and we know that we're okay. Like we could trust that they're kosher, especially Chabad. Thank you, Chabad, for being around the world. And it's just so beautiful, and just to bring in like being connected also to the Tzaddikim, like so I'm really connected to Rabbi Nachman and all the Tzaddikim that are past, and the concept of knowing that they're there, like that this idea we learned from Chaya Sarah, that why is it called Chaya Sarah? It's called the life of Sarah, but she passed away. But really, we have to understand that when a tzaddik dies, they actually live on. They live more so than they're dead. Rabbi Nachman talks about it a lot, that he's gonna do more great things than when he's alive. And we see from the years and years of like his fire will burn until Mashiach will come. See like thousands and thousands of people come to his kever in Uman, and it's not stopping even during the wars. And like I think over maybe 20,000, 30,000 people went during this past year. And it just shows you like the power of a tzaddik. So if we, and I'll tell you, I think that's what got me through too, is just being able to go to Rashbi and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Elazar ben Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and knowing that I have the Tzaddikim behind me, and that they're there to like get us through this time, and that we are going to get through. And Izrat Hashem, we're going to be able to see the Beit Mikdash rebuilt. And if anyone wants to know what I do, I have testimonials of you could read them and pass them out. And basically, I call my gift PDL, Pure Divine Light. I do basically intuitive energy healing, and I never really like publicize it because I just had enough business, I didn't need to. And it's it basically my business is called Keheref Ayin. Yeshua Hashem Keheref Ayin, that Hashem could do anything in a blink of an eye. And through all my trials, I'm like, okay, let's do therapy, let's do this, let's do that. I learned that the only thing that like really helps is everything. You need everything. I'm not gonna bash anything. But what really gets to the core is dealing with the subconscious. And everyone will agree with that. And energy work, like does it like, Yeshua Hashem, terrifying. Like it does it like in a blink of an eye. It's amazing how quick it works. And I'm just so blessed that I'm able to bring Hashem's light down and bring it out in a shofar. So I'll give you all a blessing and actually bring down Hashem's light and bring it out in a shofar. And please, if it's very loud, so I'm warning you. And that you should really feel when I'm bringing this light down, that you should actually feel like Hashem's love for you, and like healing. If you need a healing in any part of your body, just subconsciously think about it. Think of it in your minds, and hopefully you'll feel a difference in your own body just from this one sound. Okay, so this is my gift to you all, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to just ask Hashem for help that we should bring down the light. Okay, I got a yes.
Amazing. Really sounded like
Wow, that was big. Okay.
So that's the way I do my healing. I bring down, I release trapped emotions through doing that sound, and I also bring in Hashem's love. So
Wow, that was okay, thank you very much, Malka.
That was amazing.
Did you do that again?
after your thing,
Okay.
we learn halacha.
All right, this Seder. All right, so okay, as you could guess, we're going to continue with the laws of Shabbos. We've been working our way through Hotzah, very close to the end, very close to the end of learning the entire not Taryag mitzvahs. That would be good to do. No, the Lamitet Malachos. Okay, and we've been working on Hotzah. Okay, and I just want to remind everybody that everything that I'm talking about is in a situation where there's no Eruv. Okay, or in situations where you might not hold by the Eruv. Okay, so today we're going to talk about watches, which, you might think automatic watch, what's the problem with watch? And there's a problem with watch. There are many different opinions about whether it's permissible to wear a watch on Shabbos. For one thing, a pocket watch would not be permissible. Even if it's beautiful, even if it's gold, diamonds, beautiful chain, it's in your pocket. So if you remember, we said that you can either wear something that's a malbush, clothing, or it could be a takshit, something that's either to beautify you or make you more comfortable, or has some practical purpose. So a watch in your pocket is really no different than a tissue in your pocket. And you take it out and you look at it, and then it's functional, but most of the time it's really not. Okay, wristwatch. So again, there's a lot of different opinions among the poskim about whether that's very beautiful. Okay, there are those who say that a beautifully decorated watch, something that's like I have a Shabbos watch. It's quite beautiful, and it's jewelry. He says the test, I don't know, but he says the test of whether it's, you can wear it by the virtue of its ornamental qualities only, would you wear it if it didn't work? No, but, okay, that's a criteria. But in other words, it has to be something that's beautiful. So like, what does that mean about men's watches? Can men wear watches? Which are not, men don't normally wear takshitim, although maybe somebody has a Shabbos watch and, maybe it will be permissible. There are those who are of the opinion that it's actually a garment that because it has a strap, and you buckle it on, it's not that different than a shoe, which you tie onto your foot. So this is your tying onto that's one opinion. And then, okay, and then he talks about a watch that's on a pendant, like a chain. So also, unless it's like a really beautiful piece of jewelry, if it's just a stam, like a timepiece, then it's not much difference than I don't know. But if it's something that's quite beautiful, then clearly as a piece of jewelry, then it would be permissible. But he says that. And that's only if it's like crafted and it's, but he says, take this for whatever it is, a conscientious person, meaning a Yerushalayim, is best advised not to wear any watch in a Rishus HaRabbi. Okay, that is his opinion. Okay. Okay, keys. We're going to talk about keys. many people make a mistake about with keys. You think that you put it on a little string and it's, I'm wearing it, except that it's not. It's not a piece of jewelry, and it's a string with a key. So there are a couple of things that you can do that would make it permissible. And it's often a good idea to show it to a Rav and let them determine whether it's permissible. What's not permissible is so you have a little piece of plastic and you put the piece of elastic and you put the key hanging down from this piece of elastic. Okay, it's like the same thing putting on a string. It doesn't serve any kind of function. Okay, sometimes people will take the backing, a pin back, and they'll paste it to the key, and there it says, Rav Baria. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's really pretty. So that would also not be permissible.
There is a way to make Shabbos belt.
Thank you.
You get it.
I'm just really trying to illustrate the things that are even if it's like put on a leather belt, like if you have a substantial leather belt and you manage to slide the key onto the belt, so that would not be permissible.
About the books, I have a little box with magnets, and I put my key into this box and put on the door, so I don't need to carry it.
Okay, very good. Very good. Very good.
Little box with a magnet on the side, and I put
Okay.
So is it practical used as a garment or as part of a garment or as an ornament for its own sake?
Now, the halacha is that a garment does not need to have a practical purpose.
So the item
A garment does not need to have a tachshit. It's a different thing because there's a halachic distinction between. Excuse me, could you all? Thank you. It's distracting. I'm like very simple-minded.
We're actually talking about.
Okay, Liz, you want to share?
Well, we were wondering, one of the things the question was, you can open up the door and put the key under the doormat, say, without even stepping outside. Can you do that?
Put the
Put the key outside the doormat.
What can you do if you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that next week. I'm not going to get to it this week. I'm sorry. It's a little complicated. It's a problem. It's a problem to put the key in the door and open the door because you've essentially brought the key from a Reshus HaRabim into a Reshus HaYachid, and this would be a problem. So yeah, there's ways of doing it. There are ways of doing it which will. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if there is a proper porch and it's surrounded properly, then it's something else. Okay, so what is the way? What can you do? I've just talked about the things that you cannot do. Okay, so now what can you do? So if you.
Yes.
Okay, if you can fashion a belt so that the key itself is somehow part of the belt, it like holds the two ends of it together somehow, then that would be permissible. Okay, it is a part of the belt. It's no different than a buckle, right?
They make two holes in the key, and then
Yes.
you hook on the
Yes.
belt.
Yes.
To the.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Or you somehow attach it to the end that go and has a little thing on it so that it can go into a hole. So it serves that function. Another way that you can do it is to make a beautiful pin. Something that's gold, that has diamonds, nothing less than diamonds. That's okay, sapphire maybe. But it has to be something that really is a beautiful piece of jewelry. It's better, in all cases, it's better if it somehow has a function, like a tie clip would be ideal. Like it's got except nobody wears them anymore. But other than that, but you can clip it on, or you can use the pin to like hold your parts of your shirt together or something like that. I mean, if it has some kind of function, it's definitely a better.
But Judy, Isn't that the same problem that you said, like you're outside and you put the key in the door? I mean, why, how does that help?
Yeah, it's quite involved. We'll have to talk about it. I mean, one thing you can do is that you can turn the latch on the key, open the door like a half a centimeter so that the latch won't catch, and then you pull out the key, and it's the key is on your belt, and then you can open the door. Okay, listen, it's much easier to live in Israel. That's just basic. So, there's another option. Exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, when I lived in Washington Heights, we had this big foyer. Okay, it was okay to carry in this space, and the key I had to like put up. I was worried about getting shorter, and that was the key to the outer door, and then I hit the key to my apartment someplace else. I mean, this is sort of what you need to do. Yes, ma'am.
Covered outside.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Unless you.
Oh, I mean, we talked about this for months. There's many restrictions of, like you can walk right outside your door and you're right in Reshus HaRabim. Right, yeah, unless you have some kind of, fence, some kind of proper cover, which has many, many specifications. If you walk outside your house and you're carrying something, you're in Reshus HaRabim. Just outside your house doesn't automatically do it. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't notice. I went to short and stuff, still before we got the error. And I had to adjust the belt, so that it's probably not belt on with it. Dress. And that's when more than one belt.
To have more than one belt? That's interesting. Okay. Right. You shouldn't have two belts. You should have one belt. If this belt was really functioning as a belt, I get it. Right. Ivanti. Okay. The Seder. All right. I think that'll be it for today. And we'll talk about we'll talk about how to open a door soon. Okay. So just a few announcements. Okay, so first of all, we want to, the learning was for the Ilui, so the Ilui Shama, my brother, Shalom Leib and Avraham Dov are going. Okay. We want to extend a mazel tov besides to Malka, whose birthday is today. It's also Miriam Esther's birthday, and Deanie's birthday, and Dina Solomon's birthday. So it's also Missy's birthday. Almost many people were born in Cheshire. As Malka said to me last week, she said 3 of her children are born in Cheshvan. Okay, if you have 3 children born in Cheshvan, if we have this many people, our members born in Cheshvan, it's not Mar Cheshvan. It's really a sympathetic time because we have you with us in the world. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for sponsoring breakfast.
There was a few days ago.
Oh, it's Ilana's birthday. Okay, so okay, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. Wait, let me just. Wait, let me just embarrass you for just 1 second. Let me just embarrass you. How old are you now? No, just 63. 63. Wow.
Also, a new grandson.
Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. Okay, and she has a new kala. Mazel Tov.
How could it be that Savta is Bat Saba? How could it be that Savta is the daughter of Saba? Bat Saba is the age of Saba. How could you be, or the daughter of Saba? Because Saba and Gematria is.
Okay. What? Yeah, Nakoma's birthday. I said Nakoma's birthday. She's also sponsoring. Right? Okay. Nachum is also sponsoring breakfast. Okay. A few little changes in the schedule. A few people asked me for schedules. I finally remembered to bring it. So if you're still not certain what class you're going to, and then you have, here's the listing. Okay, but unfortunately Miriam will not be here today. She has a family simcha, so she's in Yerushalayim. And also, so you can just, distribute yourselves among some of the other classes. Okay, also, we're going to be ending a little early today. Rav Avshi had a funeral to go to in Yerushalayim, and so he won't be here today.
Judy,
So.
what is the box?
There's no box. This is what we have instead of the box. I forgot the box. I forgot everything today. Okay, so if you would like to pay dues, if you would like to pay for the month, if you would like to pay for today, you're more than welcome. It's 25 shekels for the morning classes and breakfast, and it's 1,000 shekels for the month. Okay, also, thank you very much. Also, we collect money every week for the soldiers. Yehuda Hoffman and her dedicated crew are preparing meals for 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 soldiers every week. And the money has to come from somewhere. So this is our little project that we've been doing since the war. So the money goes in the blue box. Okay, so it's one or the other. Okay. Also, okay, we talked about our gala pre-Hanukkah sale, and Rachel Razel very correctly talked me out of doing it so quickly. So we're going to do it in February, and it'll be just a wonderful time and wonderful event. In the meantime, everybody can get busy. We're doing it time. Not canceling, we're postponing it. We'll have more time to make it this perfect, beautiful, wonderful activity. So you can still bring in jewelry, you can still volunteer. We're looking to set up committees and to begin organizing right now. So if you would like to, like a particular tafkid. And the quilt raffle will be at our Hanukkah party. We'll have the drawing then. So if you haven't gotten a ticket, this is your chance. If everybody, if you want, you could just take a few tickets from Ilana and everybody sell 2. We'd finish up in a week. Sell one ticket to a friend. Okay, it's a beautiful quilt. It's not here. Okay, it's a beautiful quilt, and there's only 200 tickets altogether, so you have a 1 in 200 chance of winning it. Pretty good. Okay, and
buy one ticket. You buy like 10 tickets. You buy more than one ticket.
There you go. That's good. That's good thinking, Rachel. Okay, so yeah, we will. Every year we have our Hanukkah party. So that will be there's only one Monday of Hanukkah this week. So and also next week is Rosh Chodesh. Next week is Rosh Chodesh Kislev.
My daughter's wedding.
Okay. Okay, and we'll start early. We'll say Hallel together, and then hopefully have like a little fancier. Yes, you should come. She's like, yeah, right. Yeah, just go. I spoke with her about it. She actually, I think she's a little nervous about bombs. You don't go into a war zone, I guess. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, Jody.
First, Davey brought some beautiful new colors.
Mandalas.
For the windows, and they're 25 a piece, and they're here. So come look. Okay.
Wow.
Last Monday, somebody mentioned, I wish I had a pair of reading glasses. I have reading glasses at home. I have way too many. I am not depleting my stack. But these are now part of the Bas Medrash.
We have a gamach, a glasses gamach. Very good.
Here, you can put them back and they'll go in the thing. And then I wanted to ask people for a bracha.
last Erev Shabbat, I get a phone call an hour and a half before candlelight, telling me that my grandson and my daughter are on the way to see me. He has contracted RSV, which is a long condition, bronchial pneumonia, he's 7.5 months old. We go in, then he goes into ICU, and last night we got kicked out of ICU because his oxygen levels have gotten better. Once he gets to 24 hours without needing to have supplemental, they're gonna kick us out of the hospital. And I was supposed to leave on Wednesday. Well, good buddies don't leave their children in the hospital and go across the ocean. So I will be here for a few more weeks because people knew that I wasn't gonna be here. Yeah. And then, my grandson's name is Eliyahu Ben Sarah. Eliyahu Ben Sarah, and it's and my daughter, Sarah but sorry name, and my daughter is, she hasn't slept, she needs a little bit. Yeah.
Sheriff, wish they let them make. They should, and it comes up. We should have to look and they should be strong and healthy.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And in fact, the whole Solomon family, because my son-in-law is Tzaddik, he's taking care of 5 children and working at home. Yeah, and while mom